Yeah, the way I got into the pretzel business was my neighbor owned Kensington Soft Pretzel Bakery. One day, basically, he got stuck with a bunch of pretzels. He said, I was going to throw them in the trash, but if you sell them, we'll just split whatever you make from it. I said, I'm in. And for some reason, my mom said it would be okay to stay on Roosevelt Boulevard, a 12-lane highway out in Northeast Philadelphia. Sold the pretzels all day. Back then, it was 5 for $1, and that was sort of how it began.
Dan and I became college roommates, actually fraternity brothers, back in the 90s, early 90s. You know, he graduated with a business degree, became a stockbroker. I graduated and became a psychiatric counselor for at-risk kids. It happened that he wasn't too happy with, going a 9-to-5 job with the stockbroker, and Dan came up with ideas like, hey, let's open a business together, and he brought up the pretzel business. You know, we can make pretzels, we can go in at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I like to golf. You could be on the course by noon.
The reason there was only 10 pretzel bakeries in Philadelphia, there was only 10 pretzel machines that existed. But the one benefit of being a stockbroker all day, I had free long distance. So I'd spend all day calling around trying to find a pretzel machine. And fortunately, after about 9 months, a year, I found a pretzel machine down in Florida. We got a flight to Tampa Bay, rented a U-Haul truck, drove about an hour to this gentleman's house who lived in a retirement community. Next thing you know, he takes us to his garage. He opens it up and unveils this pretzel machine. I've never seen one worse than what I saw when he took the tarp off of here.
It was horrible. I was like, all right, I really wasn't on board of buying this with our life savings.
So we made this decision to leave. You know, our dreams are basically over here because we don't have plane tickets going. We were planning on bringing this machine back.
It was the one moment that started Philly Pretzel Factory is when I looked at him and I said, do you think we can get the price down from 20? Can we get it for less? And Dan goes, let's turn around, let's see if we can knock down the price. And the rest is history.
We agreed to buy it for $14,500. We were gonna do what all the other Philly guys did and just open up 4 in the morning, close at 9. I mean, that was the original plan, but when we chose this location on Frankfurt Avenue, we didn't even have a cash register. We had aprons when we first opened up. But that first day when we opened, there was a line at the door at 9 o'clock, and the line never went away until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And at that point, I told Len, sell the golf clubs. He wasn't going to be golfing anymore.
I didn't golf that year, but to be honest, the reason we had customers is because, I was baking or Dan was twisting and we were doing the counters. There was really just 2 of us. We were so far behind in the product that every customer that was coming in were receiving hot, fresh pretzels. So the word spread that you were getting fresh pretzels all day, and it was because we were just so far behind and we weren't prepared for the walk-in traffic, and it was a blessing.
So started with Philly Pretzel Factory in 2007, so I'm celebrating 16 years with the company. When I first started, it was a little bit of a humbling beginning. We didn't have all the things we have now, that's for sure. I think there's a lot of pride, not just for myself, but for all the employees that work here at Philly Pretzel Factory in what the company has become over the last 25 years. Franchisees are the heartblood of Philly Pretzel Factory. There's no doubt about it. Most franchisees, when they open a small business, are putting a lot on the line. They're risking a lot. And we understand that, here at the corporate office, I want to thank all of the franchisees, especially now celebrating our 25th year anniversary, all the franchisees that put in all the hard work every day, waking up early in the morning, making the pretzels, working with their employees, serving the customers, and doing it with a smile every single day. Again, we couldn't do it without all of our franchisees.